I don't want to eat this. It's so gross. I am green because we are making changes in my life. My name is Shrek. I'm drinking some swamp juice because I'm an ogre, apparently, as my husband says. I'm a dirty, stinky little ogre. So today we're having some swamp juice, as Shrek would do. Because I no longer feel like looking at like Shrek. Like, I don't like how I look. I don't like how I feel. And something horrible happened yesterday. And you guys saw. So let me tell you. If you didn't see yesterday's video, something very horrifying, humiliating happened to me. I pooped myself in the middle of my mukbang. And I was like, oh my god, I thought I had a fart. It came running out. So I'm going vegan. I have to go vegan. And not just any vegan. I'm not talking like vegan mac and cheese, vegan junk food, vegan pizza, vegan noodles. I mean like healthy green leaves in grass. So cheers to, like, look at my face. I woke up today and I was praying. Actually, let me tell you a story. What happened last night? I pooped myself. I still can't get over that. I pooped myself. I am 28 years old. My name is Avocado Avocado. I am a Shrek ogre from the swamp, and I pooped myself. I don't want to eat this. It's so gross.
Yesterday, I commented about Nick's health. I was talking about how Nick's face looks really, really bloated, really unhealthy. He looks like he has gained like 50 pounds overnight. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not trying to be funny, but that video, I was correct. He even admitted that his face has gotten all puffy and his health is taking a turn for the worst. I honestly hope that Nick truly transforms his life, eats healthier, and creates a better life for himself. Because his health matters. As you guys know, yesterday's video was also telling Nick that he should be Shrek. And guess what? In this video, he is Shrek. So obviously he watches my videos. I'm not a hater. I do not hate Nick. I love the entertainment. I love the fighting, quote unquote fighting. You guys know, like, I love to cut bits and pieces of each video, put it together, and just make one big funny meme. And I love making videos of Nick, not to like harass him or be mean, but like, it's hilarious. I love Nick, especially that ASMR video. Oh my goodness. Let me know your thoughts, and honestly, I hope Nick is actually being serious and not trolling, not being fake. I really hope that he finally wakes up.
It's disgusting. Oh my god, my eyes are so squinty. They are literally, every time you see me, my eyes are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Oh, it's just water weight. Oh, it's so gross. So this is what happened yesterday. I did my Popeyes video. You saw, I ate it, I pooped myself, and then I went out with a friend. Well, me and Orla met up with a friend. We went to a park. We went for a long walk. It was very hot. We sat in the shade, but it was very good. But it was lots of exercise. Exercise makes me swell. Oh my god. I also went on the treadmill in the morning time. Horrible, horrible, horrible. So swelling, on top of lots of salt. And then we came back. I finished all the cold Popeyes. I finished the Popeyes. Orla just posted the video on his channel. And we ended up doing a mukbang together, and we had public subs for the first time. I've never had them. He's never had them. He was like, well, I'm going to cheat on my husband, might as well. Cheat on my diet, because we were so, like, just, like, worn out from walking in the park. So we got these public subs. They're delicious, by the way. I've seen so many comments saying you got to try them. They're so good. You need to stop with the Subway. Ew, you got to get some Publix. I'm like, oh, no one's going to click it. When, who knows? I don't even know. But they were very good. Well, they must have had a crap ton of salt in them. I mean, a crap ton, because last night before bed, I felt so much. This is serious time. This is not trolling. This is not for entertainment value. This is not for being silly. Last night, I was actually so tempted to put something out onto Twitter to ask for any doctors or nurses that follow me. My arm, right here, not down here, this part right here, felt like someone was squeezing it. It was so painful. And those are sometimes signs of, you know, your heart failing, angina, whatever, this and that. But those things usually last 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It was hours upon hours. I took an aspirin, like maybe I have to thin my blood, took a whole aspirin. I had some vegetables, I prayed. I still didn't, I had no relief. I couldn't fall asleep last night until 3:30, 4 in the morning. So I just kept on touching myself and recording for my other site. I'm like, might as well. So there's a bunch of videos. So I finally fell asleep around 3:30. Still, the pain was still there. I had the aspirin. And I was like, this is the first time, you know, that something's really wrong. And I Googled it. I looked on the internet. I couldn't match my symptoms because it was hours upon hours upon hours in the same location. I had no other symptoms of like sweaty palms or feeling nervous or rapid heart or chest pain. My heart feels great, but it was just right here, squeezing. It's not a symptom of a blood clot. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know. Fell asleep, woke up, and upon wakening, it was still there. And I was freaking out. And Orland said, when I woke up today, he said, my eyes were like this. I was like, hey. And also, I couldn't see. I couldn't see anything. I was like this. And Orland said, it's because I woke up around noon today. It's currently 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Friday, June 26th, 4 p.m. 3:59. Okay, I've been up for like 4 hours. I'm just not okay. It was all the exercise I did, plus all the Popeyes, plus the MSG, plus the salt, and then something in that Publix sub. And on top of it, I didn't have my vegetables, let me tell you. Okay, so Orland woke up and he's like, Nick, I've been feeling really bad too. I'm like, oh. He's like, yeah, I think something was really bad because we didn't have vegetables last night. Excuse me. Oh, there's Alexa telling me to take my vitamins. I should go take my vitamins. At least not the vegetables that I'm used to. So Orland and I, we buy our produce in bulk because I eat so much produce. Like, the amount of broccoli that goes through my body is astronomical. I will eat like the size of a basketball of broccoli. Well, maybe not that much. Maybe like a little smaller than a basketball of broccoli. Like two big old heads steamed. For potassium. Potassium is good for your heart. It helps pump out the salt. Most people don't eat enough in this world.
Nick, why do you think Freely the Banana Girl is always preaching about potassium? So many people lack potassium in their lives, it's not even funny. Eat more bananas. Eat your bananas. Bananas, bananas, bananas. Bananas are full of potassium. Like, the whole banana is one big healthy potassium. Like, Nick, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a dietitian. Eat your freaking bananas.
Like, put into like a nutrition counter follower chronometer or something where you gotta see, input all your levels and what you're eating. Most people don't get enough potassium.
Awesome facts about bananas. They can save your life. I love bananas. My love affair started back in 2006 when I first found out about the 80-10-10 lifestyle. I have personally lost an incredible 40 pounds just by eating huge amounts of bananas. I'm crazy, right? Well, once you find out about the incredible benefits of this humble sunshine-coloured fruit, I'm convinced that you'll never look back. Alright, let me hit you with some facts. Number 1, bananas are sweet, succulent, and fill you up so you won't want to reach for high-fat foods or animal products. Because of the perfect balance of water, fibre, and sugar, bananas will love your belly. Number 2, a 10 banana meal, which I recommend, has approximately 35 grams of fibre, more than a steak, and with the carbs and the water content. Number 3, let's not forget about how much your stomach and colon will benefit from a King Kong portion of bananas. It fills you up a treat, and then your colon and stomach sends a message to your brain to tell it to stop. So no reaching for that junk food. Number 4, our bodies are perfectly adapted to eat and digest gorgeous sweet fruits.
You get it from fish. Fish has the best source of... I should have had fish. Dang it. I really should have had fish. But anyway, besides fish, you get it from plants. And broccoli is like the best. It's better than collard greens per 100 grams. It's better than all the fruits because you don't have to eat as many calories of it, you know. But anyway, so broccoli, apparently it's not in season in Florida because it's too hot. Broccoli is hybridized by humans. It's not like in a naturally occurring, it's not a tree that's substantial. It's not even grown wildly. Like, it is hybridized and controlled. It needs cooler environment, and it's too hot in Florida. So last time we went to the wholesale people, they didn't have any more broccoli. And we're like, oh my God. So we just called them now. They have broccoli. It's $50 a case or $55 a case. It's usually like 45 or 35. I'm like, I don't even care. That's for a regular, organic. We didn't even ask. I'm just like, I eat broccoli. I don't care. You know, it's worth it so I don't freaking die. And anyway, so I'm like, oh my God, I need something. Oh my God. I'm like, and Orland's like, eat some avocados. So I had 2 avocados. I put it on my Instagram. If you will go to my Instagram story today, after this video, click the link down below. Well, is it down below? Yeah, I think it is. Instagram.com or just Instagram on your app, whatever. Nick Avocado Avocado. Look at my story. I posted my my avocado adventure, and I was hoping for a sign from God or something, or the trees or the universe or Allah or somebody, Buddha, come and get me, girl, save me, because I feel like it was the squeezing, it's so painful, squeezing. I'm thinking like, this is really dangerous. Like, what the heck is going on? Squeezing in my arm. So I mean, I was literally so tempted to call 911 last night. I was so tempted. But I'm also afraid of needles. I'm afraid of blood. I'm afraid of... I get very stressed very easily. You know, go figure. And I knew psychologically it would make me go really crazy. Ew. But so I had 2 avocados. The moment I had the first avocado, whole, no salt, didn't put on bread or eggs, just the avocado, because it has a lot of potassium. It also has good vitamins that fight off cholesterol and good fats, polyunsaturated, you know, it's a good food to eat. I love avocado. That's why my name is Nick Avocado. It's probably one of my favorite fruits on the whole earth besides durian, and that's really it. I just love avocado. Anyways, and not immediate, I'd say within 5 minutes, 6 minutes after eating the avocado, the pain in my arm went away.
Nick, have you ever thought that maybe it was a cramp due to the lack of potassium in your body? I remember growing up and my sister would get the worst cramps in her legs because she was not having enough potassium in her body.
This is not psychosomatic. It seems like I'm making it up in my head. I'm not. But the facts are the facts. What's inside that avocado? Everything has an effect. That's why people are just like, oh, Nick is so stupid. He eats all these vegetables thinking that like it's going to cancel out all the junk he's eating. No, I don't think it's going to cancel it out. But it's greatly going to shift you down that spectrum, shift you down that scale. Because for every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. That's just science. If you're doing something, you're adding something to your body, something's going to happen. Whether it's high blood pressure, high sugar spikes, low blood pressure, maybe you underate, maybe you're allergic to it, so this is going to happen. You're going to get allergic. You're going to eat this. You know, I mean, of course, if you take a supplement, right? If you're low in iron, you take an iron supplement, your iron goes back up. How is that going to work, but food won't? So food still has a big effect on your body. I really should have had salmon. That would have been really, I mean, that is really good for protecting your heart. It's just proven. Because it has those really good fats. But I didn't feel like it was like a heart issue. I didn't feel, I've felt heart pressure before. I've felt heart pressure. I've had scares. I've had an attack. And I can't say the word on YouTube, so Nick, edit that out. Back in Pennsylvania over the summer. I know what that feels like. I know all the symptoms. Sweatiness, the palms feeling, I felt like an impending doom. It was very scary. But what I felt in my arm is not really, it was something different. And immediately went out of the avocado, and do you know how I know I'm full of salt? My lips, I'm talking to you right now, My lips, I feel like salt is coming out of my lips. Like, salty to the max. And I'm still drinking a lot of water. Shout out to the coolest water bottle. This thing keeps me alive. In all seriousness though, I drink about a gallon of water a day, maybe a little bit under of a gallon of water a day. I don't really drink juice ever. If I drink soda, I take a sip. I never drink milk, you know, and I'm not saying you can't do these things, but for me, I feel like drinking a lot of water is just proven to be good for you. It helps thin your blood. It helps regulate your sugars. That's probably why I've never gotten diabetes. Thank God, knock on wood. Because I drink so much water. I mean, I've never met someone besides some people from the vegan world who drink as much water as me. Oh no, I have some friends who do paleo. They drink about a gallon of water a day. And they eat like lean meats and vegetables. I mean, people who are really, but like the average person, even growing up in school, my parents even thought I had diabetes as a kid because I was always thirsty. And they tested me, no. I got tested twice. But I was always drinking so much water. And I think it's a very good habit to have because I remember as a child, I would go to the water fountain all the time. And I'd be like, why aren't there conga lines of kids at the water fountain? If I'm so thirsty, why aren't these people thirsty? So I'm like a camel. It's a very good instinct to have, but it makes a lot of water weight, but it does help kind of filter and thin out the things going on in your blood, regardless of, even when you're eating healthy things, it really does help everything, your skin, your sleep, your hydration. It's good for your cells. Anyway, I know you don't want to take health advice from me right now, but listen, so I had the avocado and the pain in my arm went away. And I'm like, oh my God, it was potassium. And what have I done differently, Orlin? The past 5 days, I stopped eating the broccoli. I would have a tub of broccoli a day, every day. I also had avocados. I would also have some vegetables, maybe some steamed carrots or cauliflower. Right now we have a lot of celery. You guys saw my video like 4 or 5 days ago. We're like, we have no more broccoli, but we got all these things. But it's not as effective as broccoli. Broccoli has more potassium per bite for less amount of calories than all the other vegetables. And so I just had to eat 500 calories worth of avocados or 400 calories worth of avocados. I'm like, I don't care. Calories are calories, I'm already fat. But I need that potassium. And I really need to go get fish. And I feel the salt coming out of my lips. It's horrible. Something I ate yesterday, or just the fact that I filmed 2 mukbangs essentially, and I did all this exercise, which you would think would be pumping out the salt, but again, the body is a mystery. I really think it's because I've basically taken away my 5 servings of vegetables. I just took it out these past couple days. And I'm looking over my videos recently, and I'm getting big. Like, I filmed a video with Orlin for his channel. He just posted it today. I don't even recognize myself. Look, I'm looking at myself right now. I'm like, I look really big. Like, I look big. And, you know, if you're watching this and you're big too, I'm not, you know, saying you can't be big. I'm talking about me and what I feel and experience. And this is very important, okay? This is about life or death for me. Because I do one of the most riskiest jobs in the world. People are like, oh, Nick, he's so lucky he eats for a living. It must be wonderful. I'm like, you don't see all the stuff I go through off camera with my health, destroying my body. It's a risk. What I do is so risky. This is a very dangerous job, okay? That's why, how many other people do it? Very few. Even as a guy, I thought there'd be lots of guys on YouTube doing mukbangs. And I can think of 3, 4. One of them posts every day, but he barely eats the food, and he's more of a cook. One of them posts every 3 or 4 days. The other one posts once a week. And for mukbang, I guess Eric the Electric, he's not really a mukbanger. But again, he posts once a week. You know, I don't know anyone else that posts as frequently as me. Especially a guy. They're just not out there. And I thought I'd see more. People aren't willing to risk their life. Like, this is dangerous. And I want to make that clear because I don't really talk about that in my videos, you guys. I really don't tell you, hey, what I'm doing is really bad, or, you know, don't you dare. Well, I feel like I don't have to. People can't afford to eat like this. You know, I'm spending thousands of dollars on my food. You know, it's cycling, but I'm spending a lot. That's where a lot of my money is going to, you guys. But it grows my channel, whatever. I enjoy it. Secondly, a lot of people don't have access to it. And thirdly, people aren't willing to do it. People are smart. Just because they see someone else eat McDonald's doesn't mean they're going to go do it too. They're watching me, you know, and I know people watch me for the entertainment factor. You know, some people more than others, as opposed to the food aspect factor. So, I have had 2 avocados today. We have no more broccoli. Orlin is currently making me some collard greens. He's steaming them. That's better than nothing. me get this salt out of me. And my arm no longer feels pain, and it went away within 5 minutes. And it's so funny because a doctor wouldn't have told me that. They would have said, take this drug, take this thing, maybe you need to get surgery, let's do x-rays, or you need to get an IV in you, or draw blood, and I can't, you know, and I'm not saying that they don't have, you know, I am not downplaying doctors at all. I'm just saying there is something very powerful to food, and I'm living proof of this. And there's something that if you need to take away from my existence here on this platform is food affects you. Look what happened to me from eating all this fried food. I'm frying my brain and I'm going crazy. Look what happens when I'm vegan. Yeah, I'm skinnier. Yeah, I might look a little bit better, but my teeth started rotting. I was getting vitamin B12 deficiencies. My omegas they were low. And I was barely hanging on by a thread. I didn't start aging like the others rapidly, but my hair started changing color. Like it started getting light brown, like the proteins change. You know, everything has a cause and effect, and I want people to see how food does affect you. And that's why you really got to value dietitians in this world. They go to school, they go through training, they study the research, and they don't make drastic, you know, that's what I've done. I've gone from an extreme to an extreme, and I'm going back to the extreme. So we're going vegan, cheers. We're going back to being vegan because at least for a little bit, to pump in all these vegetables, because I feel like my blood pressure, my the amount of sodium inside of me is just getting really dangerous right now. And this is disgusting. It's disgusting. Oh. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. I wanted to be open and honest and be like, and to be honest too, I'm very, very diligent. I'm very, like, honestly, no jokes aside, I am very diligent about taking care of myself off camera. But as you can see in the way my face looks, I mean, obviously I'm chubby, right? Obviously I'm gaining weight, or I have gained weight, or I'm plateauing at 300 now. It's been a couple weeks at 300, but you know, but I make educated decisions off camera to help offset some of the damage from the mukbangs. Everything has an effect, right? And so it's better than doing nothing. I know this one person, he does ASMR, and now he's editing out all his swallows. He's not even eating this food, he's spitting it out. So, okay, go do you. But I remember he was just like, oh yeah, all I eat is the ASMR and that's it. I eat nothing else for the day. I'm like, aren't you gonna get your fruits and vegetables? He's like, yeah, I take this little powder. I'm like, that's not like, what? I feel like you get more benefit, reap more benefit, because vegetables have no calories. You could steam a massive bowl, it'd be like 200 calories. You know, just to think requires 200 calories. Like people, that's nothing. It's negligible. It's all fiber anyway. But you get the nutrients, you get the fiber to push out, you get the flavonoids. Where are you gonna get your flavonoids? And I remember telling them, we didn't have an argument, but I was just like, I know, look at me, this fat ogre saying you need to eat more vegetables. I'm like 5 times the size. But still, you know, and now he's editing out all his swallows and all his chews. And now he's spitting out his food clearly in all his videos by his editing. So it's like, okay, clearly something's happening to you where you have to do that. So, you know, I mean, maybe I should be spitting out my food, but I actually really enjoy this stuff. Okay, like this all tastes really good to me. I love being a mukbanger. It's delicious. And for the most part, I'm very diligent about making educated choices off camera to help offset stuff, like I said. But once the broccoli went out of season, all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even prepare. You have to be fully stocked to stuff. Enough produce, enough ripe avocados, enough. I mean, I had 2 avocados. I mean, you should see our refrigerator. It's a lot of avocados. Well, we bought a whole case. It was like 50 of them, because he eats them too. So that's how I got my name, you guys. I love the avocado. But anyway. Ew, my nips are hard. Oh, that's disgusting. Look at my face turning around. I look like a debate. I look horrible as of recently. I mean, it doesn't help that my hair is bad, but my eyes, I look really bad. And it's so funny because I go on my my site for my adult followers, and there's a lot of people who are like, yeah, we love a chubby face. Yeah, I want to slap my thing on those big old cheeks. Like, people are turned on by it. I get it. People are people, and it's not, you can be chubby and healthy, you know what I mean? You could be chubby eating junk food twice a week and then, you know, being chubby or whatever. You know, I've never met anybody in my entire life eat the way I eat. You know, people aren't willing to, you know, spend all of their savings on food. And that's what I end up doing. I'm just literally, I make money from YouTube. I spend most of it back into these videos. So it's like, most people aren't willing to do that. So I don't know anyone else who eats, how many videos do I film a month? Probably like 45 to 50, because I have all my channels now. I'd say it's 45 mukbangs every 30 days. Who's doing that out there in this world? So I could be like a test dummy, a guinea pig. What happens, that supersize me? I'm doing it to the extreme. I just don't feel good. My sleep was horrible. Couldn't fall asleep. Kept touching myself, trying to be like, maybe I can pass myself out now. Nope, can't. My body, I don't know. I don't even know. And the fact that I pooped myself in my video yesterday is like the last straw. I'm like, we need to go vegan. But that might make it worse. It might blow my butthole even more open from all the fiber. I don't know, but maybe I need... here's the thing too. It's not even just a fiber issue, because yesterday I had, I had 2 huge salads, because again, we don't have broccoli, right? So I'm like, okay, what can I do instead? So I chopped up romaine lettuce, all right? Or, excuse me, Orland did. Me? Yeah, no, he don't do work. He chopped it up for me because he's like, might as well keep you alive. And I had 2 big bowls of romaine. I ate it for fiber, and I still had the arm pain, and I have salt coming out my lips right now. Maybe it's coming from that. Ugh, that's pretty salty, but I just don't feel good, you guys. I do not feel good. And it didn't help at all from the fiber. It's the potassium inside that broccoli. So, anyways, we're marching our little bahooties. They're closed tomorrow, but or they're closed over the weekend. So it's Monday. We're going to be going on Monday to the wholesale place and purchase it. I don't care how much it is. I don't care how much, but I don't care how much it is. This is life or death for me. I'm gonna buy 2 big old cases of broccoli. And what we do, I like to freeze it. I don't like fresh broccoli. I don't like it raw. I don't like it cooked fresh. I like broccoli in the freezer for 2 days for it to fully crystallize and then thaw it out in a steamer. It's the best texture. I'm telling you, it's crazy. A lot of food improves in the freezer. A lot of fruits, for example, we did mame sapote on Orland's channel, that fruit. That tastes better when you freeze it and thaw it out. The sugars change, the cells change. It just tastes better. And some things really some things are enhanced in the freezer and then thawed out again. And I would definitely say that's true for broccoli, at least for me, my preference of the texture. It's just beautiful. And it's funny because we brought this organic, fresh broccoli. Still green, no sprays. It looks so beautiful, like really green like my shirt. And I spent all this money. I'm like, let me have some fresh broccoli. So we chop it up, put in the dumpling steamer, steam it a little bit till it gets mostly soft but not mushy. But like a little crunch but mostly soft. Like I don't like it like Chinese broccoli. Like that's not cooked enough for me. I like it really soft. And I ate it. I'm like, ew. This is gross. And Orland said, yeah, I'm pretty sure you've really gotten used to the consistency of frozen and thawed broccoli. And so anyways, we put all that organic broccoli into the freezer. We pulled it out the next day, did it. Didn't work. He's like, yeah, the broccoli takes 2 days to fully freeze. I'm like, oh my God, this is all scientific over here. So after 2 full days, he steamed the broccoli again into the dumpling steamer, gave it to me, and it was perfect. So anyways, we'll be going on Monday. In the meantime, I'm going vegan. Today's going to be a vegan mukbang, and it's going to be healthy. It's going to be whole foods, lots of plants. I think I should really have fish, though. Maybe I should be vegan. I just need something temporarily to keep me alive until the broccoli gets here, because that's keeping me alive. And you're like, Nick, you could just eat less of your mukbang food. I know, but sometimes, like yesterday, it was so tasty. I was so mad at Popeyes for the attitude and, forgetting stuff as usual. But, it just